Born in Montreal, Samantha Starr studied creative arts and interior design before setting her sights on scrapbooking. Samantha is a regular featured guest here on Cool2Craft, and she's also a teacher at Craft Tech University. We're going to talk about that in a little while. Today she's here to show you how to create a beautiful flower. I'm delighted to welcome Samantha Starr. Hi, Samantha.
Hi everyone, I'm very excited to be here this morning. As some of you may have read in the chat room, I traveled to Toronto this weekend and I got to meet a couple of you. So that was very exciting. So today we're going to be working on making some flowers, some beautiful flowers. Now can anyone guess what these flowers are made out of? I'm going to have you all guess, and while you're guessing, I'm going to have Tiffany put up the slide of the project so I can adjust my camera. So I see some of you are guessing tissue paper and some of you are guessing coffee filters, and the correct answer is coffee filters. I love working with coffee filters. They're a nice thin paper and they already have this really nice texture to them. So I'm going to show you what you need to do in order to create one of these coffee filter flowers. Now what I do is I take my coffee filter and I fold it in half, and then I fold it in half again, so we end up with a quarter of a filter, and then I take my trusty stapler and I put a staple in the bottom of it to keep it together. Now you're going to want to do that about 7 or 8 times. Now I've gone ahead and pre-prepared some, so I have about 8 of them done here. Here we go. So these are all of my bits and pieces, okay? What you're also going to need is you're going to need another coffee filter to use as your coffee filter base. So this is going to be the base of mine. I've gone ahead and I have sprayed it up already with one of my favorite products, the Tattered Glimmer Mist. And I know that I've recently influenced some of you to run out and purchase it. For those of you who weren't here last time I demoed with it, Glimmer Mist is essentially a paint in a spray form. And when you spray it on, it leaves a very fine shimmer. Now there's ways that you can do this yourself. I know some people mix alcohol inks with glitter. You can mix a sparkly pigment with glitter. And as long as you put it in a nice little spray bottle, you're going to get the same result. So I've gone ahead and I'm sure you can see that, you know, it doesn't give you uniform color. It gives you like a nice, almost spray painted look. So this one is my home base, if you will. Now what I've done is I've plugged in my trusty glue gun, and I'm calling it trusty because I'm hoping that it's going to cooperate with me today. I usually end up covered in glue when I'm done. And the trick is that in the base of your main coffee filter, you're going to want to fill it up, well, not completely, but you're going to want to put a whole bunch of hot glue. I think you can see how much I've put. And then you're going to want to start positioning your other flowers inside your main coffee filter. Now you're going to want to work while the glue is warm, like that. Now, there are some people who, I usually like to give mine a little bit of a shape. So what I do is I turn it upside down and I kind of scrunch the base together so that the flower has a little bit of a shape to it. Now, then what I do is I come along with my paints, my spray paints. If you had an airbrush or any kind of other paint, you could easily do this as well. And what I do is I just give it a good spray. And I'm going to use another color as well in here, a darker red color. Now, you could just leave it like this, Some people take 2 of them and they put them back to back and open them up to create a big hoop. And then you could string it and hang them. But essentially, that is the finished project.